Yomari Punhi Napa Jago to Karitone Chickpea Fukashita, the Sajuranji, Tano, Laskusa Yanazona.
Good evening, everyone. We all from Newa Cultural Society of Alberta welcome you to the event of Yomari Punhi. I'm Rishi Kais and I'll be emceeing this event with Mr. Sarju Ranjit.
Fukashita Napa. जी कार्यक्रम में शुरुआत किया था जी NCSA में नए बाजू डॉक्टर हेमंत जोशी आया था थाना आसन ग्राउंड यहाँ दिया था जी थाना स्टेज बना था ना
To start off, we invite the president of NCSA, Dr. Hemant Joshi, on the stage.
Tukilipa ji कार्यक्रम में जाए भी जी मुँह पाका University of Alberta या बात Dr. Marilyn Ashton Smith वो जी University of Alberta UFA Faculty of Education है Sociology या retired professor खा वो जी Center for International Education and Development CIED Director Joanna Yana Nudu, where you could 1997, 1990, 1997, Tuli Same Pitre, where education project, you go involved where Jayana, Nepal, Niko, Chaya, Jayana Yudu, Ezuli, Dr. Marilyn Ashton Smith, Nepal, Nepal culture. Nepali समुदाय जो नेपाली विषय को चीर परिचित ज्वेलरीमा प्रोफेसर था वह UFA नेप्लिस डॉक्टरल स्टूडेंट है ना रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट है एको वालियाना जायना जुड़ो और हेतु वह कलम जी नेपाल में TU त्रिभुवन यूनिवर्सिटी में वाइस चांसलर अले Nepali team member है Center for Educational Innovation and Development Project के ग्वालियाना एको वेब पिना को voluntarily जाया जुड़ो.
Today we have our special guest, Dr. Marilyn Ashton Smith. She's a retired professor of sociology at the University of Alberta Faculty of Education. She was also director of Center of International Education and Development (CIED) at the University of Alberta. Under CIED, she had successfully coordinated many international educational projects, including long-term Nepal projects sponsored by CIDA from 1990 to 1997. During that period, she visited Nepal a couple times and conducted educational workshops to a group of women teachers, educational researchers, and administrators. At the University of Alberta, she had worked with a couple of Nepalese doctoral students and guided on their research. She also coordinated a couple of study visits for the Nepalese teams, including past Vice Chancellor of Tribhuvan University and past Executive Directors, Researchers, and Administrative Staff from Research Center for Educational Innovation and Development, Tribhuvan University, during the project tenure.
UFA Professor Dr. Marilyn Ashton Smith मैं डॉक्टर मेरिन एस्टन स्मिथ या तो स्टेजेस आया आसन ग्राउंड यहाँ दी तो जी नाबियान चला.
Now we kindly invite our special guest, Dr. Marilyn Ashton Smith, on the stage. जो कार्यक्रम यने जिसम बढ़िया नहीं ले उक्यों लागी जिसम थो कार्यक्रम यो यने बढ़िया सिलसिला जी NCSA अब नाय बाजू Dr. Hemant Joshi Ju,
alle ji mu ba Dr. Marilyn Ashton Smith ju ato ji motachaka ji कार्यक्रम यो चाहिँ छ officially सुरुवात यान्दी त जी इना बिहान चुना
Now, to officially start our event, we request the President of NCSA, Dr. Yomari Punhi, and Dr. Marilyn Ashton Smith to light the Sukunda, please.
यो एकदम स्वादिष्ट उपरी छ यसरी उपरी आते योमरी रेखा जान तयार हो तो योमरी जी भूषण से जी जीव जन्मे यो विभिन्न उमेर जिस विभिन्न जीव कल्चर विभिन्न समय जिस क्यू महत्व ठुक्यो जिस उपयोग यहाँ हुई जस्तै जी 6 वर्ष दैले जीव जन्मदिने योमरी पोखरीमा 12 वर्ष दैले योमरी पोखरीमा जी बुढाबुढी जीवले जनको हेले योमरी मरेका मजु तो योमरी विशेषता जीव निवासले यो यसले तो योमरी पनि जीवलाई छौ एकदमै जीव आइडेन्टिटी जीव निवास समुदाय जो आइडेन्टिटी रूपे जिसो थुस्तर यने माने ना जिसो खुशी दिया जिसो थुस्तर माने आउनु
I'll give a quick introduction to our Yomari Punhi festival. It is one of the most significant festivals of Newa community, and it usually lies in mid-December on a full moon day. We prepare Yomari on this day. It is a delicacy prepared.
After कार्यक्रम यने जेल कमेटी छ after कार्यक्रमले आजि नेवा कल्चरल सोसाइटी अफ अल्बर्टा यसमा नाय भाजु डाक्टर हेमन्त जोशी आको सो लस्कुस लोचु नुवाना दित जिनाका डाक्टर हेमन्त जोशी
Now we invite the President of NCSA, Dr. Yomari Punhi, for a welcome speech.
Honorable guests and all the participants, meaning hello, namaste. Newa Cultural Society of Alberta yago ayana susampanna riyatongu thoyago Yomari Punhi mane yago sanskritya dhore sikkinta junama mise laskusa swar yana. On behalf of Newa Cultural Society of Alberta, I would like to heartily welcome all of you in today's cultural event, celebration of Yomari Punhi. Upon taking significant CSU, the Newa Cultural Society of Alberta yago janma स्थापना गुलाम from Edmonton and Utah. तो संस्था को मुख्य उद्देश्य रहे हुए एडमंटन अल्बर्टा टोपी नेवार चरी सफाया चिगु भाषा साहित्य संस्कृति कला नखा आदि खेलावनेको संरक्षण यानावनेको अले प्रबन्धन यानावनेको छ अले ठिकै नेवार संस्कृति प्रेमी गैर नेवार पेटन संलग्न यानावनेको थियो उद्देश्य छ अले ठै उद्देश्य बमोजिम तो संस्था ठाउँ तो योमरी कार्यक्रम यो आयोजना यहाँ दुल त्यहाँ न कतै कार्यक्रम समूह या गुरु था अथवा जीव टीम कार्यक्रम था For your information, Newa Cultural Society of Alberta was established in Edmonton 9 months ago, that is in April 22, 2013. The main objective of this organization is to practice, promote and preserve Newa cultural heritage, language, literature, arts, culture and traditions here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, working together for the current and future generations. With this aim, the Society has organized 3 cultural events in the past and today's event is the 4th one. जब पूर्ण विश्वास हो जिसम ठेरा कार्यक्रम संचालन भाषा साहित्य संस्कृति परंपरा प्रबंधन अले संरक्षण यागले अवश्य न योगदान जुवनी उदाहरणको लागि ठौयाको योमरी कुनी कार्यक्रम यागको लागि जिसम योमरी और योमरी कुनी यागको बारे सब बुकलेट मन टिकाणमा दुल प्रचार प्रसार यागको दुल टिकया अथवा योमरी कुनी बारे अले प्रकाश यागो जुगुदु अले योमरी देखि बिति योमरी रेसिपी योमरी कुनी गरे हालिक मेना तो बुकले देखा लिखेका थियो जो अथे जिसम योमरी देखा डेमोन्स्ट्रेसन यहाँ क्या दुल अझ योमरी शताब्दी यागो स्वाद योमरी शताब्दीको रसपात यागो कार्यक्रममा ठाउँ कार्यक्रम लेखेका थियो अथवा जिसम शिक्षा अवधान नेवा कल्चरल खर्चेदियो वस्तुकला न नेवा कल्चर सम्बन्धी विभिन्न कार्यक्रमको विशेषता दिशा कल्चर प्रोग्राम नेवा कल्चर प्रोग्राम अले नेवा मेगना दिशा प्रेरणा दिएको कुके दिशा तथा संरचना तयार तैगुदो तथा संरचना दिएको प्रस्ताव प्लान नेवृत्ति खतर चाहिँ नेपालले काठमाडौँलाई लोक बनाएको साथै ठाकुर सानो थिएन त्यो कार्यक्रममा तथा संरचना लेखेका थियो नेवृत्ति प्रदर्शन यागो पूर्ण विश्वास हो ठाउँ यागो कार्यक्रममा किसिमसँग झिगु कल्चर झिगु संस्कृति भाषिका यहाँको आशा हो कार्यक्रमको लागि सिक्किम धाया सहयोगजनातिर उत्साह उमङ्ग तिनीतिर तुरेको लागि तुरेको Now, I believe cultural events like today's event will contribute to practicing, promoting, and preserving Newa cultural heritage in some extent. For example, we are reading, publishing a booklet a brochure on Yomari. Yomari, a unique Neva delicacy. That booklet includes recipes as well as traditional Yomari songs in English translation. We also tried to display sample artifacts from Nepal, Neva culture, as well as culture photos there too. And we also presented demonstration of Yomari preparation earlier. The other attraction in today's event will be the cultural program as well as the traditional Neva food items of Baka and Sanyakna. Those items are made from goat meat. It's like a jelly. These items although very popular but are discontinued because of complicated process in the food creation. Finally, I would like to thank all for your interest and participation in this Neva culture event. I hope you all enjoy the event. Goodbye. Thank you.
How Neva Cultural Society of Alberta NCSA Yomari Punhi कार्यक्रम जयचंद गरे सकल पार्षदले सकल गेस्टले दिदीबहिनी मुका जुवाहरूले सकलका जजुरता चुराएका छौँ तो एससीएसटी या चाहिँ Yomari Punhi नापाया कार्यक्रम का अलजनी दीक्षा से तैयारी ल्याउँछौँ तब सुन्दर तो नेवा कल्चर चाहिँ कथानी आउँछ कथानी आउँ चाहिँ त्यो हेरिटेज छ कथानी दीक्षा चाहिँ निकै हो नेपाल पिनेमा नवाफी वानी कथानी जाएको छ चाहिँ त्यो किन चाहिँ कन्जर्भेसन बेटर कन्जर्भेसन चाहिँ दीक्षा चाहिँ चाहन्छु तो Yomari Punhi पास में ध्यान देना कि चिकुले बड़े या वो सब कुछ खा अलजनी
तो जी Edmonton साथे गुना तो Yomari Punhi मिलने का था Yomari Punhi नहीं हुआ थे टाउ नहा था तो नकाले दक्कु हुआ थे ना सुखद क्या मिलने का तो नहीं उनके तो Yomari Punhi Yomari हाव था तो चाहे Yomari हाव जी नहीं थे तो उन्हें जिसमें तक सुस्त के बाद आता नेपाल नहीं तो कृषि प्रधान देश का जापान थी तो कृषि प्रधान देश में नेवा काले उनके तनी हुआ राइस अतर वो राइस ये दोनों नेपाल के स्टेबल फूड था तो राइस की कल्टीवेशन गुली बाराता गुली राइस यू वासाला वो डेली इकोनॉमी गुली से था
Jadi aku biasa baku mau bisa begitu juga.
song which is significant to Yomari culture and Yomari Punhi festival. This festival is pretty similar to Halloween, as the kids usually go around that night on the Yomari Punhi night and sing this song and ask for Yomari.
जोशिन त्यो हाउसले जी योमरी पुगिले मस्त छे होना योमरी फोने अले योमरी फोने बोले इंदु गुले नेफुसंगा योमरी फोने अले योमरी ब्यूसा ने सुबाय भी सिरपा भी योमरी बबुसा बुरी रे बुरा रे तका वो भी होने मोला ऐसे योमरी ला पुलिस में भी ने मोला ऐसे ठोसे छो योमरी परंपरा का जीव कार्यक्रम यने बढ़िया यने चले क्रमे जी NCSA ये नापयो कार्यक्रम मौपूजा कार्यक्रम में जी कार्यक्रम एको पाला का संपन्न जुल सफलतापूर्वक तो कार्यक्रम पाला तो सफल जुल यही बुरा वो कार्यक्रम सफल बिकी तो जी फुक्को पास भी NCSA पास भी ये पिने भी पास भी फुक्को वॉलंटियर पास भी सो ग्वालियाना मरतियाना थो जात होता थो समय बिया वॉलंटियर जीव कार्यक्रम सफल है निकलो वो जी मौपूजा कार्यक्रम में एको ग्वालियर जो भी जी फुक्को वॉलंटियर पास भी तो चीज़ों सम्मानीय रूप है चीज़ों वॉलंटियर एप्रिसिएशन सर्टिफिकेट बीयू कार्यक्रम देखा सुना दो ओक्यों लागी जी थो वॉलंटियर एप्रिसिएशन सर्टिफिकेट डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किया यू लागी थाना चाहिए दी तो जी डॉक्टर हेमंत जोशी वो डॉक्टर मेरिलिन एस्टन स्मिथ या थाना मंच से चाहिए दी तो जी बोना चुना
Well, I hope everybody enjoyed the food and the really spicy achar. Now we move on to the volunteer appreciation for the last Maupuja, which was 2 months ago. To distribute the certificates, we invite Dr. Hemanta Joshi and our special guest, Dr. Merlin Ashton Smith, on the stage. Please give them a big hand. Mrs. Kamal Lakshmi Ranjit, Mrs. Rukma Shrestha, Rupa Shrestha, Mrs. Sarmila Kaista, my mother, Mr. Birendra Kaista, my father, Keshav Shrestha. Mr. Naveen Ranjithar. Mr. Upendra Shrestha. Mr. Sanyan Joshi. And finally, Mr. Sarji Ranjit. There's more actually. Mr. Subhas Mool. Mr. Tripasad Thawadale. Mr. Sofil Kayasta, my brother. Mr. Ram Gopal Tandukar. Mr. Prangyan Joshi. Mrs. Nirmala Tandukar. Mrs. Ratna Prava Shrestha. This is in recognition of her monetary contribution of $100 to NCSA of Edmonton, Alberta. Mrs. Usha Mahajan. She's actually...
Mr. D. Shrestha, please come forward to take certificate on behalf of Usha Mahajan, please. Thank you. Subhai, Dr. Hemanta Joshi ji, Dr. Marilyn Smith ji, yoko Subhai, ale ji NCSA Proletarian dupi certificate kaya dupi fukko paspita, fukko dajkisa pinta, tongkien pinta, yoko Subhai. Ji कार्यक्रम याने जी मुपा Dr. Marilyn Ashton Smith ato nochu biadita ji bonachora.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hemanta Joshi and Dr. Marilyn Ashton Smith, for handing out the certificates. Now, we would like to request Dr. Marilyn Ashton Smith for her speech.
Good evening. I must say it's my pleasure and my honor to be here to speak with you this evening. Dr. Joshi contacted me some time ago, and I managed to forget that I was supposed to do a little talk, so we'll see what happens here as we get going. What I wanted to do is talk a little bit about my time in Nepal, and the work that I did with Tribhuvan University and CERID, which was the Center for Educational Research, Innovation and Development in Kathmandu. And the main project there that we were involved with was what was called at that time a higher education project, in which we recruited 5 people to the University of Alberta to complete PhD degrees. All of those 5 in the Faculty of Education, that is, we were educational scholars and educational workers in one way or another. So many of you will, I think, probably know most, if not all, of these names. Dr. Bijanath Karala, Dr. Samira Luitel, Dr. Hemanta Joshi, Dr. Hridaya Bhattacharya, and Dr. Roshan Chitrakar were involved in that, actually a CETA-funded project. In addition to that, I'll come back and speak a little bit to some aspects of that work. But in addition to that, the first time that I went into Kathmandu, I and another woman from the Faculty of Education at the University of Alberta offered a workshop on women in education. My recollection is there were 30 or 40 people that attended that, but my memory may not be exactly right. And basically it was to address issues specifically related to girls and women's education, as that would play itself out in Nepal. For me, again, a very, very interesting time period, and I think the people participating also enjoyed that. There were a number of other odds and bods, just things that happened as this time went on. For example, the Vice Chancellor of Tribhuvan University said that the outlying campuses, the outlying colleges of Tribhuvan University, staff members were always complaining they never got to see these visitors. They never got to get the kinds of experiences that the people at CERID had, or people on the main campus in Kathmandu. So he would ask me to go out to some places and or stop on my way going somewhere else. And this is going to be a very short speech because I'm almost at the end with this little story, but let me tell it to you anyway. So we were I was going out actually to Samira Luitel's research site because I was her PhD supervisor. And so there was a small campus somewhere there, and I mean, it's not that I'm old, it's that it's 20 years ago. I don't remember the name of that campus. But so we stopped and we met with whatever academic staff were around, just sat in the coffee room and talked a little bit about what we were doing in Kathmandu, and then members of the staff asked us questions about other aspects of our work, of my work in that case, because I was alone at that time. And a lovely, lovely half-hour, 40-minute chat about university work, academic work in campuses in Kathmandu. Unfortunately, the young lad who was sort of our guide, who was supposed to be being sure I got on the bus, I think was of diminished status in this situation, and so he didn't quite dare say to people, oops, we've got to go, so we missed our bus. I mean, that was, and I wasn't paying any attention, it was his job. So we got on a bus that would take us closer to our destination, and then got off, and then the only transport we could take for the next distance was a truck that was, for some reason, was full of big rocks. I have no idea why. But so I perched on top of those rocks, as did the young man traveling with me, and we got another 20 or 30 or 40 miles down the road, whatever it was. And then my recollection is we got a bus for the last 20 or 30 miles down the road. I mean, those of you who've lived in Nepal, as I gather most of you have, won't find that an odd story, I'm sure many of you. I mean, if you're in Mexico, you ride with the goats, you know, on the top of a bus, but in Nepal it was rocks. So that was one of the kind of interesting little details. Oh yeah, then there was one other project. This is a little more serious, but because the non-academic staff around Sarad were beginning to feel it, I think, and I don't say this as I don't in any mean this to be an insult, so excuse my expression if it's insulting. They were beginning to feel that their nose was a bit out of joint, and they couldn't see why they couldn't get some of the benefits of this project. So I personally, I'm not a very high liver. The fellow that wrote the project would have stayed in the best hotel in town. I stayed in the hotel across the street from the center, which was about a quarter or fifth of the cost. So I had lots of money in that project still when I got back. And so I wrote to CETA, who in Ottawa, and said, okay, we've got these people, they're librarians, they're computer workers, they're professional support staff within the center, and they would like to have some experiences also at the University of Alberta. I've arranged for, or at least I have agreement from the faculty librarian, from others, to take one person with them for a month. So again, my recollection is we brought out 5 people to Edmonton, and they had that month or so with a person who did the same kind of work that they did in the Faculty of Education. Wonderful people and a wonderful experience for me. That was let me think. That was the main bit of it, I think. You're all getting acknowledged and recognized for your volunteer work. If you know the work of an academic, you will realize a lot of what I've been describing was not really my main job. I sort of had this job over here, which was lecturing and so on. And so in a sense, it was like 50% volunteer, 100% volunteer time, but 50% in terms of energy and labor. And you get some interesting and unexpected consequences from that sometime. At the end of the project, the end of the time period, the Vice Chancellor and Dr. Sakya, who was at that time director of the center, came into Edmonton for a week or so and visited various aspects of the university. And then we had a dinner at my house on my grandmother's 1916 oak table, and about 10 or 12 of us, my brother, my sister, various family members, Dr. Sakya, the Vice Chancellor, and so on. And as the dinner wound down, I think I mentioned rather in passing actually to Dr. Sakya that my brother's youngest son had just gone into a Buddhist monastery in Thailand, and he was in the process of becoming a monk from his Lutheran church origins. And Dr. Sakya, his mouth actually dropped, and he said, just before I left Kathmandu, my son, who has been working with the Lutheran mission in Kathmandu, announced that he had decided to stop being a Buddhist and he would become a Lutheran. So we laughed at these 2 men exchanging sons, as it were, in religious terms, and around the dinner table in Edmonton, the conversation around the dinner table in Edmonton. There are always just simply dozens of stories, as you will know, doing this kind of work. I got to a great many places, a lot of the education campuses, and met a great many people. And of course, I'm not going to tell the really, really bad thing I did, but anyway. I've told some people here already, that's enough. It was a simply wonderful experience. Somebody did ask me if I had returned to Nepal since then, and the answer is no. I think I was in and out over 5 years, and then in the 6th year, I took a 3-month leave without pay and visited Nepal, Pakistan, India, and worked my way back into Nepal for one more short visit. And that was my last time that I was in Nepal. I will be eternally grateful for the experience and for not the things I taught, which were relatively minor, but the things I learned. It was simply an amazing experience for a prairie kid from 100 miles down the road here, who probably hadn't even heard of Hindus, much less anything else in Nepal. And I do thank you again. I appreciate very much this invitation to attend your event, to participate with you on this occasion. and also to have a few moments to speak with you. Thank you kindly.
Dewa Yomari Punhi Bonu Tintaga Manayuha. How many days is Yomari Punhi celebrated? Answer please. Huh? No.
Mabiuma Burisa, Jimina Saku, Jimina Siku, Yakamana Hamini, Yomari Aku, Tukesune Aku, Yusa Aku, Mabiusa Aku, Yusa Yasir, Mabiuma Burisa, Jimina Saku, Jimina Siku, Yakamana Hamini.
It has a pointed cone and a black feeling inside. It will be delicious as offered, else it will be bitter in taste. One who offers is a beautiful girl, one who refuses is an old lady. You're feeling cold, we're feeling cold too. Please bring Yomari soon. Thank you.
To Yomari Punhi me Tunka, and Nipu quiz died the Bazu Birindra cast together, Nipu quiz, Yonet, where did the Bazu Birindra cast the Jew.
Quiz, Nesson is a strong question. Yomari Dekule, Chuchumuki, at the Samabri, Dunete Netiuka, to which two main items are put in the Yomari, inside the Yomari? Please answer. Pardon?
Yeah, correct.
Chaku and one person, please. One person.
I think
Two, please. Yeah. Chaku. She said.
Right.
Did you bring the thing? We don't. To warm it. No, that's okay. There's something cold. That's okay. You didn't bring it? Or we don't have it.
Usa Mahajan, the Yonet Chaya Dita in a Peratona, Mayu Usa Mahajan, Pace Busa.
Kishore stretched on stage for a vote of thanks. Please give him a big hand.
Jojo Lopa, Paspi, Pazumeji. Bita chini chikapi fuka than chaya diuna yana chikapi ni fuka sahayoga yana to jiu कार्यक्रम success suka. So I would like to thank all of you for the participation and for big help. Thank you very much. Thanks again.
Thank you so
Dr. Kishore Shresthaज्यू सुबाय तो ज्यू कार्यक्रम यो अंत जी वैचराउदु तो जी NCSA प्रोग्राम जी को सफलतापूर्वक हेफिसंगा ज्यू न्योने बढे न जुल थौ यो कार्यक्रम सिडिउल समय न जुल तो छिपी फर्स्ट हजुमेजुपी जी NCSA मेंबर पे अले NCSA non-member पे local हजुमेजुपी तापाको नसिङ झाइजुपी हजुमेजुपी फोकस र तर थन्थिको छाया जिउ कार्यक्रम में शोभा बढेर जिउले छिपी त फोकस यो जी दुनुगलो निसे शोभा दियातना.
We've almost reached the end of this program, but before that, I would like to invite all the executive members of NCSA and their wives to come on stage for token of appreciation.
छिपी तो कार्यक्रम में जी NCSA executive member भाजुपी अले जी executive member या मैजुपी फोकस टा खाना न्योने छाया सब धना देता जी इना केरा चुना. डॉक्टर हेमंत जोशी जी, डॉक्टर बेजुना जोशी जी, डॉक्टर केशव श्रेष्ठ, मैजू दीना श्रेष्ठ, डॉक्टर किशोर श्रेष्ठ, मैजू रूपा श्रेष्ठ, भाजू मैजू रूपेंद्र श्रेष्ठ जी, भाजू वीरेंद्र काश्त जी, मैजू शर्मिला श्रेष्ठ जी, भाजू त्रिप्रसाद हवड़े जी, मैजू अथनमदी, अथे भाजू नवीन रंजित कारजू, मैजू अर्पणा रंजित कारजू, भाजू सुभाष मूलजू, वो मैजू सुभाष मूलजू, अले जी सरजू रंजित, अले मैजू कमल लक्ष्मी रंजित, अले भाजू संख्यान जोशी जुया तो न्योने छाई तो जी इना पहले चुना.
Thank you all the executive members of NCSA for making this event happen today.
छिपितो एको शोभा थाना छाया तो जिउ कार्यक्रम में शोभा बढेर गेल जे पुसे जन एको जिंतर खुशी लगे जुल छिपी फोकस थाना NCSA मेंबर जो भी पाबी तापा देश झाटी फोकस एको दुनुगलो जे शोभा दियातना जिउ नेवा भयो कार्यक्रम सुजी छिपी लाने जना जी नेवा नेगु तोरेगु भव्य जेबुका दिरे जी आशा रहेछना ओ ठोस कार्यक्रम थौए थो नेवा भए नापना पनि जी कोचाका जना.
Thank you everyone for coming today and joining our festival. I hope all of you guys had fun and enjoyed the food. Now we're moving on to the dinner for tonight. There's more food there. Please help yourself. Thank you so much for your night.
Dale. डालसमा हामी वर्ल्ड कप सकर हेर्न आयौँ
The sari is how many meters?
Pakai gitu asalnya kena, Hah? Lihat sama lu. Mali olah, kanas. Agak jinda ya?